Hey everyone, in this video we will learn how to send emails in Node.js using NodeMailer. NodeMailer is a powerful library that simplifies the process of sending emails. We will cover setting it up, configuring email options, and sending a test email. So let's get started. So first we need to create the project. For that, open your terminal and type cd desktop as we want our project on the desktop. After that, we have to create the project. So type mkdir email send demo. After that, we have to go inside this file. So type cd email send demo. It should be email send demo. Now we have to initialize our project. So type npm init-y. So this will create a package.json file for our project. So we have to go inside the editor. So type code dot. Now it will open the Visual Studio Code for us. Now we have to install NodeMailer because NodeMailer helps us to send emails. So we have to open the terminal inside this Visual Studio Code and we have to install two things. First is NodeMailer and the second is .env. So install it, type the command npm I NodeMailer and the next is .env. So .env is used to write the credentials inside the .env file so that our private data should not be public. So we have to create the .env file and we write here the email and the password. So type here email user. Okay, here we write our email and the second we want email password because these things we have to use in our NodeMailer project. So we need these two things. So let's first create these two things. We have to go on the, so for creating the password of our email, we need to go inside the Google account. Just open your, type here manage your Google account. Inside here, just search here app password and it will show you here in the security app password. Go inside that. Now you have to type your password. So after successful login of your email ID, you will see this app passwords. So here you will create your app password and this password will be used in your .env file because that will help us to send the emails. So if you have any problem in getting this app password, so you have to first enable two-step verification. If you don't have, it may create problem. So inside your Google account, first create two-step verification and then search for app password and you will get it. So first we write the app name. So let's write the name of our app is email send. So it should be email send and now we create it. And this is the password we get from here. So just copy this password. Done. And inside our here inside we have to paste the password. So this is the actual password which help us to send the emails. And the second is we have to put our email user here. So let's take our email from here. Okay, and paste it here. Now we have our two important credentials which we use in our main file to send the emails. So let's create our index.js file where we write our actual code for sending the emails. So the first thing is we have to require .env because we have to use these credentials. So we have to require here. So what we write? Require here inside here, require .env. This is the way to get the env details in our project. Okay, after that, next thing we have to import is node mailer. So type const node mailer is equal to require. Actually we have already installed node mailer, so we have to require it here, and we required it. Now afterwards we have to create a transporter object using SMTP. So SMTP is a simple mail transfer protocol. So this protocol helps us to send and receive the emails. So we use this protocol to send the emails. So write the code with us. We have to create a transporter object here. So write const transporter. It should be like transporter. Okay. And then inside that we call the node mailer, and node mailer will create a transport. Okay. So inside this, what we write? So let's write first thing what service we are using. So we are going to use the Gmail service. You can use any other service like Yahoo, Outlook, anything you can use. So you have to specify here which service you are going to use. After that, we have to create our auths, like which we already have in this .env file. So first is user. So how we'll get the email credentials, these .env credentials in our index file? We have to write process.env dot and just copy this email user and paste it here. And the next we need password. Again we get from env file process.env dot, go inside .env and copy this. Now paste it here. Now our transporter is completed. Now we have to create email options. So first write the code. I explain all the things in detail. So mail options contains all the details of the email, like from to subject, like these things. So first write the mail options object const email options, or you can write a mail options, no worries. And after that, inside this we have to write from. From is the email user which is sending. So here we are sending, so we can copy this only and paste it here. Okay, now we have to write the to, whom we are sending. So again I will send this email to myself only, so I will write this. You can also write multiple emails by typing comma between like this. Okay, if you want to send the same one to multiple peoples. Okay, and the next is subject. Let me write here test email. Okay, so I will write test email from NodeJS. And the next we have to write the text, actual text. So let me write hello, this is our test email sent from NodeJS using node mailer. Okay, after that we have done this much, so let's take this much for now. And the last thing is we have to create a function which will send the email, and it will take the callback function which tells us whether the email is successfully sent or not. So write the function for it, transporter dot send mail, and we take mail options which we already declared here. Okay, and the second is callback function which we pass error and info. So inside this callback function we write if condition to check if there is error, then we will return console.log message, and inside this console we will get error occurred. Okay, we get error and we want that error, so we write the error, so it will display the actual what the error is. And inside the after that, checking the else if block, we write console.log if email is successfully sent. So it will give the message email sent successfully, and it will write here the info dot response, what the response is inside the info. So we will log here the response. So let me explain this. So first we require the environment variables because we need here inside our project environment variables, and the second we imported the node mailer here because a node mailer helps to send the email. Now after that, the next is to create something called transporter. We created the transporter. So transporter is basically an object. Okay, you see it's an object, it's an object. So this holds the configuration for how our email will be sent. Think of it as setting up the connection to our email server. So it's like that. It's use the SMTP server protocol. Okay. So now inside this create transporter, we have specified the email service, which is Gmail. I'm using here Gmail because it's common, but you can use other services. Okay. Now in the next we have auth section. So inside this auth section we have the email address and passwords. So this is so NodeMailer knows who is sending the email and has permission to do so. Now for security, I recommend use environment variables because we don't want this data to be on the main file because we have to export this file to GitHub or public repositories, so we can't open our credentials. Okay. Now the next is we have mail options. So it is also an object. So this object has all the details of our email, like who it's from, who it's going to, the subject and the content. So from is the email address of the sender. Like if I am sending here, so it's our email. Okay, now this should match the email which we used in our transporter setup. So because here we type our email, so it should be same in from. Okay, now inside the to is the recipient's email, whom we are sending the email. So here we can put a single email or a list of emails if we want to send multiple people. Okay, by putting the comma. Now the next is the subject. So subject is the title of our email which appears in the recipient's inbox. So I have written here test email from Node.js. And the next is we can send the email as plain text or as HTML. So if you just want to plain text, you can use this text. Okay. So after that we have written the this function to send the email. So send mail function. So here it will take the mail options and a callback function. Okay. So the callback function gives us a feedback on whether the email was successfully sent or it will give us the error. So if there, so we check the if condition inside that. If there's an error, we will log the console.log message and we get the error. Okay. So this will know us what the error and will fix it. And after that, if the email is successfully sent, we get the info.response. So it contains the message that confirm it was sent. So that's for this code. Now we have to test it. So let's run in our terminal to see it's actually sending or not. So inside this, type node index.js and yeah, email sent successfully. It means our email is sent successfully with the 200 OK status code. It's the status code for successful. Okay, so let's go inside our Gmail to see whether it's we get or not. So open with this ID only and see here we get the email. Hello, this is a test email sent from Node.js using Node Mailer. And if you see in your code, we have written this line only. Hello, this is a test email. Okay, and the heading is test email from Node.js. If you see in your email, it's written here test email from Node.js. Because I use from and to the same email, it's showing here the same email. You can see the time, it's today. So this is how we send the email in Node.js using Node Mailer. See how it is, how simple it is to send emails. Okay, and that's it. So in this video, we learned how to send emails in Node.js using Node Mailer. We configured the transporter, sent email options, and sent a test email. So Node Mailer makes it simple to integrate email functionality in your application. Thanks for watching.